and today I will be doing jumbo knotless braids on my client. But before I get started, let me start by saying that I reside in Pontoon Beach, Illinois. It's about 15 to 20 minutes from St. Louis, Missouri. Now that I'm going to get this process started, I will talk about the hairstyle and give you guys some tips about braiding, period, especially for my new braiders. So please be sure to watch, listen, and pay attention. As you can see, I start pretty much any hairstyle I do with the middle part. The middle part is just a guide. Just let it be a guide to whatever it is you're doing. The middle part should start to eliminate itself as you braid, and hopefully you guys see that along the way. I start with the middle part because I notice when I start in the back, I usually run out of hair by the time I get to the top. Or I notice things are a bit uneven. I'm a neat freak. I try my best to get everything as even as possible. And the last thing you want to do is start over. I hate starting braids over, even if it's just one. So I'm just showing you guys what works best for me. You can do what works best for you, but I'm telling you, just prepping the hair all over definitely saves you time, and it's easier. You know where all your braids are gonna fall, you know how the sizing would be, and you can still kind of critique it and part along the way as you go. But for the most part, your parting should be pretty much done if you prep it first. Also, you can prep your braiding hair. That saves you on time as well. I used anywhere between 10 to 15 pieces of braiding hair in each braid. My client did want jumbo, and that may sound like a lot, but you just want to make sure your braid meets your client's expectations and your client's booking. So I use Outre 52-inch braiding hair. It is expressions, and as I stated before, I added about 10 to 15 pieces in each braid. Later on in this video, I will show you guys how I mold each section, because doing a larger braid, I noticed it's a lot harder to mold and put together, and you want it to lay as flat as possible, especially if your client is natural. So right now I'm doing the left side of her hair. Right now I'm showing you guys how I mold the hair for the braid. I do use a lot of product when it comes to larger braids. You just really section off the middle of one section, like one portion that you're gonna braid, add more product throughout the middle, around it, and just kind of comb it in place to make it as straight as possible. You want your client to look relaxed even though they're natural. So this is my method. This what works for me. I know a lot of other braiders do this as well. I don't always section off the hair in threes with the comb. Sometimes I just wing it with my fingers. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. I did not do her entire head that way, but like I say, I did pull the hair tighter in. If you saw that, you just really add the braiding hair. Make sure you use your comb to kind of comb it in place. Each piece of braiding hair that you add in, just kind of comb it in place until you get kind of halfway down the braid. Me personally, I use product from beginning to end because the product helps with any flyaways. I don't care to use scissors on my client's hair. I do use scissors to kind of trim away, but it's mainly at the ends where I use the scissors. So I use product from beginning to ends. I notice I do go through a lot of product, but that's just my thing. Once you find what works for you, you can roll with that. So right now, this is just me finishing up her hair. I'm going to add some mousse to it. The mousse just give it shine and just keep it looking good. I did dip her ends. I dipped the braid about halfway up. As you can see, the thickness of her braid is what she wanted. That's there. I'm gonna dry her braids up, and really this is really just like the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I don't answer all my messages because, one, I do have a job outside of braiding, but whenever I'm on here, I try to answer whatever questions you guys may have. And if you have any tips or anything for me, drop them down in the comments. I'm open. I'm learning, you're learning. Let's learn together. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you like this video.